Welcome back to the pit once again on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. We'll have the number 3 ranked team in Division 3, Lake Country Lutheran Lightning, taking on the Laconia Spartans here, who would probably just, I would say, is ranked number 11 in Division 3. So, going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think so. Lake Country Lutheran is always in or around the rankings, and over the past, I don't know, however many years, you can say the same thing about Laconia as well. So, big test here. The next 2 matches, this one, and then you get a little break, and then you come back out to play Green Bay New Lutheran. These next 2 will for sure be big tests for the Spartans here early in their season, kind of a litmus test, if you will, to kind of figure out what you are and where you are.
Per usual, Gabby Pino, if the Spartans win the toss, they did win the toss, she will serve first. Are they looking for a volleyball? I think they're looking for a volleyball.
Lake Country Lutheran 3-4 on the season, but their losses to state-ranked in Division I Slinger, state-ranked in Division I Brookfield East. Franklin, who ended last year as a state-ranked team in Division I, and Nina, who is also, you guessed it, Division I. So a lot of great competition that they play every year. Not surprised that they have a losing record at this point in the season, that once they start playing D3 teams, that'll change.
That one hit deep to start by Nora Schneider. On the floor for LCL, I got Nora Schneider, Adeline Caitlin, Grace Lidke, the libero Layla Marigold, who will get this one. And a violent swing once again in the middle. Pino gets to it. McCauley's going to have a tough time getting it over and just not going to be able to get it over underneath the basketball hoop. It's 1-1. Good swing from Adeline Caitlin in the middle there. See, the one time, Laconia normally has a lot of height in their middle, and, well, so does LCL.
Outsized here.
So they're a little bit outsized here. It doesn't happen very often. Mullendijk in to serve for LCL. Pino sets. Morgan swings off of Layla Marigold. A violent swing from Finley Morgan to start. It's 2-1.
Yeah, not all about size. If you got good footwork and the quick reaction time that Finley Morgan has, and an early kill for her.
And I think that last one is a good tune-up to get McCauley and Morgan into this well. Nitz comes in to serve again. Cross-court set. Caitlin goes over the net and off the block, falls on the floor. Nitz can't get to it, 2-2. Adeline Caitlin looks like she might be a problem today. She averages about 2.8 kills per set from what I saw on Max Preps.
Nice swing down the line.
Skripchak in to serve. And it'll be a free ball coming over for them. Marigold gets to it. And a quick set, nobody there. Overpass, knocked down. Good job keeping it up by the Spartans. And Gable just couldn't find it, gets it into the net.
Yeah, that was one where Coach Weiss was just saying there, don't have to be too aggressive here at that point. Just make sure you get it across.
Skripchak to serve again. Set to McCauley on the outside, off the arms of Skripchak. Marigold gets it up. Aaron Booth gets it on over. McCauley to Pino. Pino goes back to McCauley. She'll get it over. Marigold with the set to Lidke. Tip shot coming from Caitlin, and into the net went a Spartan. I believe it was Finley Morgan. It's 3-2, 4-2. Skripchak to retain serve once again for the Lightning. Don't get a lot of those mascots, the Lightning. A little more. I always like when you have a rare mascot. Doesn't happen a lot. Most of them are just, there's about 1 million Spartans in the world.
Sure are.
That went deep from Skripchak and makes it 4-3.
But no Laconia Spartans.
Nope, no Laconia Spartans. Only one of them.
I don't even know if there's a Laconia anything.
Well, it's not even a real place.
Correct. Oh, Justin, it's a place of hopes and dreams.
Oh, what a swing from Adeline Caitlin.
You said it just a couple of minutes ago. She might be a problem, and there you go. That time on the right side, smoked it down the middle.
And she'll go back to serve. Catlin back to serve. That went off the arms of Plime, overpass. Bassler keeps it up. Pino sets it cross court. McCauley off the block. Good dig right there from Mullendijk. Booth gets it over and into an opening. It's 5-3. I think they had Plime trying to guess there down the line, and she dove. Left an opening in the middle of the floor. It's 6-3.
Good scramble by Laconia to get that up after the overpass, but can't make those mistakes against a good Lightning team.
Catlin serves in the middle of the Plime. Pino with the cross-court set. Tip shot coming. Good dig from Adeline Catlin. She gets it over. Pino with the back set. Bailey Gable into the block, and it falls to the floor. I think Booth in on that block for LCL. 7-3 lead now for Lake Country Lutheran. Adeline Catlin back to serve. Gets it over. Bassler gets to it, gets it to the net to McCauley with the swing and blocked at the net by Seidlitz. Back to McCauley again. She throws the tip. Catlin gets to it. Bassler keeps it alive. Back set for Bailey Gable, and she rips one off the arms of Adeline Catlin. Rattles around in the ceiling, hits the back wall. It's 7-4. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of really good offense here, and we've already seen a lot of really good defense, especially from Lake Country Lutheran. And there you go, using that right side again. I think that's important, and a good swing from Gable pays off the trust of Pino.
Back row swing from Skripchak. Gable to set to the side here of McCauley. Good dig by Marigold, and she'll get it over to Plime. Set in the middle to Hayden Johnson off the block. Seidlitz knocks it down. Block kill for Janelle Seidlitz. It's 8-4.
Yeah, they have size and athleticism at the net, does Lake Country Lutheran, and they are using it.
Place to stop for lunch.
Cross court to McCauley. Drives one into the back row to Marigold. Cross court set to Aaron Booth and gets it through the block. It's 9-4. This LCL team dominating right now.
Yeah, and you knew they were going to grab momentum at some point in time. You just got to kind of do your best to resist as you can.
Grace Lidke rips it into the net. That'll bring McCauley back to the service line. She had a pair of aces, a couple aces in that last match. 9-5 lead for LCL.
Great serve.
And there's an ace right there off the arms of Aaron Booth.
That knuckled right down in front of Booth, and she couldn't do anything with it.
9-6. Back and forth we go in set one. And just deep. Just barely deep on that backside. It's 10-6.
It was, and I'll tell you what, the whole bench from LCL yelled in, because that's how close it was. And a little bit of a gamble there by their back row to let it fly, and as you mentioned, just inches.
Gable cross court to Plime, gets it through the block off the arms of Pulvermacher. It's 10-7.
Yeah, good job up there by Kendall Plime to just a smart shot again. It's not going to necessarily be the power that you see from Kensley McCauley, but they're usually smart swings coming from Plime.
Bassler back to serve again. Marigold gets to it. Tipped on over, kept up by Gable. Grotti goes cross court to Plime. Tip shot, knocked over by Pulvermacher on an overpass. Bassler gets it up to Plime again. A soft swing. The tip doesn't go. And the block, I think, from Schneider and Seidlitz scared her a little bit.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Plime to have to deal with.
Marigold goes back to serve, the libero for the Lightning. Bassler digs it up. Gable gets it off the net. Tip shot coming from Morgan and finds a hole on the single block from Catlin in the middle.
Yeah, and that's another good smart shot from Finley Morgan. And Lake Country Lutheran is being so aggressive with the block right now that you're just going to have to try to find some spots on the tip until maybe you can find something a little deeper.
That one just a bit out on the serve from Gabby Pino. It's 12-8 now.
Yeah, don't get many errors from her. That's not a timely one either. I was just going to say before, LCL served one into the net. If Laconia can avoid mistakes and maybe force Lake Country into a couple, that's obviously going to be a key to try to pull off an upset here.
Mullendijk back to serve off the arms of Plime. An ace for Kate Mullendijk. 13-8 lead for the Lightning. Molendijk retains serve. That one deep. Service error from Kate Molendijk. It's 13-9. Scarlett Nitz will come in and serve. She'll take out Kendall Plime, as she usually does when she comes to serve.
You could hear that that out call from the bench, nice and loud. You could hear that over in Ripon. That's how you got to be, though.
Blocked at the net by Morgan. Tipped down by Morgan. Catlin gets to it. They try to go deep with it. Gable gets to it. Set it up for I want to say Addie McCauley. Kensley McCauley. I'm so used to that. And Nitz can't get to that one. Down the line goes Skripchak. It's 14-9. Can't really trade points in the middle of the set right here if you're a Spartans fan. You got to try to get something rolling.
Yeah, at the very least, you got to keep siding out,
Yep.
right? You just gotta stay with them here and hope you can steal a point here and there, and then over the next couple, and just kind of claw your way back into this. I don't think you're going to go on a 5-0 run against this team.
Overpass. Morgan knocks it down.
Oh, that is so athletic from Finley Morgan, getting up with both hands there at the net and slams it down, as you said. That was a big-time play.
That will bring her back to serve. 14-10. Marigold gets to it. Booth sets it into the middle. Catlin will just get it over and finds that back line. Just barely. It's 15-10.
Coach Weiss made the out sign. She thought that was out. The line judge called it in, and she said something to Kendall Plime. I think she was saying, we said out, so don't worry about it. You know, if your teammates call out and you trust them, I don't think you're going to be in trouble.
Madeline Catlin goes back to serve. Out of the back row, set for Hayden Johnson in the middle. Tip shot, no good. Good set. I just think it rolled off her hand the wrong way.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. You just can't. It's so tempting to try to hit the perfect shot when they're so good defensively, but you just got to get it across.
We're going to step aside, run a couple of ads. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Sports. Serve goes to McCauley. She'll get it back from Bassler. Swings in, dug out of the back row. Tipped on over. It's going to fall for Seidlitz. Everything coming up LCL right about now. 17-10. Catlin goes back to serve once again. And Plime keeps it. McCauley with the swing, goes cross court. Booth, back set behind the 10-foot line, and a beautiful swing from Adeline Catlin finds the right corner again.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the camera to get to, so I apologize for missing that one. That was right in the corner. That's perfect.
Absolutely perfect. She'll serve once again. And almost an overpass. Pino just can't find it. It's 19-10.
Yeah, and we're, the part of the match where usually Laconia is so good, they just never got close enough here in this first set to, 3 points, 4 points is LCL hasn't let them get any closer than that. And now here goes the run from Lake Country Lutheran. And just like that, it's a 10-point lead out of a timeout from Laconia.
One off the arms of Plime off the ceiling, and not much you can do if you're Gabby Pino on that one. Catlin to serve once again. McCauley gets to it, and she'll get it back on the set from Pino off the block and out of bounds. A run stopper, but it's 20-11. Gable will go back to serve. Pino comes out. Grotti checks back in. Catlin comes out, and the libero Marigold checks back in.
Yeah, see if Grotti can use her height against what is a really tall and athletic Lake Country Lutheran front line.
Good block from Johnson, and that one went off the hands of Grotti on the shot from Booth.
Yeah, Booth, that was kind of a, you mentioned some of the 50-50, not calls, but the 50-50 situations here going to Lake Country Lutheran. And by the way, they've played extremely well, by the way. But, so, that was kind of like, look what I found here at the net, and you're able to tip it across and get a point.
Second service error of this set for Grace Lidke. Dug up by Marigold. She'll set it in the middle of the sidelets, and into the net goes a Spartan. It's Hayden Johnson. It's 22-12.
Yeah, and that's a frustrating one for Laconia because that was a rare poor set from Lake Country Lutheran that was going to end up in not a free ball, but not a great swing from Lake Country. So, unforced error.
Overmacher comes in and goes to serve. Gable sets. It's an overpass, and it's tipped down.
Called a double as well, so either way.
23-12 now. LCL really blown this set open. Plime gets to it. Gable's got to get it. Goes back to Plime from the 10-foot line. Marigold out of the back row. Set cross court goes to Skripchak, and she gets it through the block. It's 24-12, set point.
And again, that's a play where you're just, it's kind of a tip your cap kind of deal. Like they made a good play. You get back to it, but you can't make the mistakes that we've also seen in conjunction with a good team.
Marigold in the middle of the Lidke. Sidelets almost gets it all the way through. Johnson's got to get it over. She does. Marigold gets it up for Skripchak just inside the 10-foot line. Bassler digs. Gable to Plime. Tip shot. Dug up by Skripchak. It'll go over to Gable. Grotti gets to it. Johnson got to get it over. She does way deep to Pulvermacher. Lidke with a back set. And into the net goes Nora Schneider. 24-13.
Yeah, so here it's like, you don't need, 11 points would be great. You'd love to win this first set. But if nothing else, get a little momentum here heading towards the second set if you're Laconia.
Lidke tips it over. Gable to Grotti. Grotti with an overpass. Fight at the net, and I believe Morgan went into the net. They will win 25-13 in set one. Will LCL. We will step aside and run a couple of ads. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one old ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Maine, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere. Hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346 Tire. Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget. and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry, our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Upgrade your comfort and living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. LCL wins set one, 25-13, and pretty convincingly, Jordan. We said that they're probably worth the price of admission. They're pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, they are. They're as advertised, and Laconia, you know, it's easy. And by the way, what I'm about to say, easier said than done. Got to pass better. Certainly in set number two, get into your offense, get your offense into system a little bit more often. But again, easier said than done against a team that is, hits it as hard with as much direction and just the athletes that Lake Country Lutheran has. So even when you do get into system, their back row is so athletic that they're probably going to get there. So, just got to stick with it from a Laconia perspective.
Layla Marigold, the libero, will start serving for Lake Country Lutheran. See, for the first time, Brielle Herman, the freshman, will get on the floor as well. And we're underway in set two. Gable sets to Finley Morgan off the block. Adeline Caitlin continues her big day, knocks down a block kill.
Yeah, and I didn't even mention anything about the size and athleticism that they have in the front row as well. And as you mentioned in set number one, they're deep. They bring girls off the bench, and there's no drop-off.
Gable into the back row to McCauley, blocked by Catlin. She got up there on that one and knocked over. Stripchak to Lidke, set in the middle to Adeline Catlin, dug out of the back row. Good job getting a piece of it on the block was Finley Morgan off the block from Kendall Plime, and it's 1-1.
Yep, another good swing from Plime, taking her time up there and just, again, not hitting it as hard as she can, but finding some fingertips to hit it off of, and earns the Spartans a point.
Scarlett Nitz back to serve again.
That's a good one.
That was a very good one, and tough one for LCL to get. Marigold couldn't handle it, and off the net, Lidke couldn't handle it. It's 2-1, Spartans lead in set two.
And Marigold has been very good today in everything. So for her to struggle with that serve receive tells you how good it was from Nitz.
Skripchak knocks it on over. Gable sets cross court. McCauley with a tip shot. And running into each other was Lidke and Skripchak. Spartans lead 3-1.
It's a good start here for Laconia. And we have not, in the first, 30 points, seen anything like that kind of miscommunication. Oh, that's in.
Oh, it's just a hair deep in. You know where we can tell? On an instant replay.
If I got the camera down there, that's the imperative.
That's a hair deep.
It might have been.
Hair deep. I'll give the credit to.
Sectional provides the perfect blend.
I am looking through the little camera lens.
That thing's not fun.
There is that. Nice. Maybe I shouldn't make statements like that.
What a dig from Bassler. They keep it alive and they get it over. Good defense from the Spartans. A good hustle. Gable gets to it. Knocked up by Bassler. McCauley will swing from the 10-foot line. Lidke sets cross court. Finds Skripchak and gets it through the block again. 3-3.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of a tip your cap one because Bassler and that defense, the hustle, the intuitiveness to get that ball scrambled across.
Bryn Catlin in to serve, the sophomore. Gable gets to it. McCauley readjusts and gets it over. Overmacher gets it to Lidke. Catlin got to tip this one and hits it off of Grotti and out of bounds. It's 4-3. I see why Adeline Catlin averages 2.8 kills per set.
Yeah.
Bryn Catlin to serve off the arms of Plime. They keep it alive. Grotti's got to get it over.
She lives above the net. I mean, it's just.
And into the net goes a Spartan again, and it's going to be on, I believe, Grotti. So it'll be 5-3 now. Bryn Catlin still serving for Lake Country Lutheran. Bassler digs it out of the back row. Gable sets in the middle for Finley. Morgan into the block. Kept alive. Plein. Bassler's got to get it over. She does. Lidke tries to get it quick over. Cannot. Grade. Cross court. Tip shot. Falls to the floor. That's going to be a lift. It just kind of seemed like she caught it, did Lidke, and threw it over.
Might as well see if you can't push one across. Yeah, that one's not even.
Not an argument on
not
that
going to
one.
sneak past that one past the official.
Especially because it happened right in front of him. Back set for Skripchak into the block and falls to the floor. 6-4. Every kill that Skripchak's got has been through a block.
Yeah, Laconia it's all just a half step faster right now than what Laconia has faced to this point in the season, and that's why it's nice to face a couple of teams like this early on in the year, because you see the pace it takes at against these top teams.
Booth gets it over. Cross court set for McCauley again. Gets it through the block, but Skripchak's there once again. Booth gets it over. Knocked over at the net by Hayden Johnson. Lidke's got to get it over. She does. Grade's going to set this one. Tip shot coming, and Skripchak is there once again. Cross court to Booth from Lidke. Off the block. McCauley keeps it alive. Bassler gets it over. Lidke goes in the middle. Adeline Caitlin off of blocks. Bassler, and that one was ripped once again.
Yeah, and there was a swing there where Laconia hit it through the block, and it comes scrambling out, and LCL dives on the floor and was able to dig it up. And I think that's kind of the big difference is off those blocks, Lake Country Lutheran has been much better at getting to that ball with their back row than Laconia has. And that's a difficult thing to master and get right.
Johnson with a big block in the middle, and she'll get the tip and get the kill.
Really nice work that time from Johnson. Let that block start to come down. She kind of levitated a little bit and then just popped it over. That was a really nice shot.
Gabby Pino will check back in. She will serve here. 7-5. Back and forth we go in set one. And another error from Pino. Don't see a lot of them, and now she's got 2 of them in this set.
No, that's part of why they like her in that spot is her ability to just get the ball in play, and don't see that very often.
Adeline Catlin will go back to serve. Hug up by Bassler. And big swing from Gable in the middle. Catlin got to it in the back row, and she'll get it over at the 10-foot line. Pino sets in the middle to Hayden Johnson, just tips it on over. Set, cross court to Booth. No good. Pino will go right back to McCauley after she got it. Rips it through the block off the arm of Booth, off the antenna and out of bounds. It's 8-6. That'll send McCauley back to serve. Marigold checks back in. That one goes off of her arms. Lidke to set in the back line to Skripchak, and she rips it into the net. It's 8-7.
Laconia's done a really nice job of just staying within touching distance here in this second set. It's something that with their slow start in the first set, then they started trading points, but they were always down 4.
Set goes to Plein, cross court, a big swing just deep. First time we've seen Plein really unleash it today.
Yeah, she opened it up there. And I'll tell you what, that's the second time in this second set that it's been inches. I mean, just agonizingly close. Otherwise, we're looking at the scores being flipped right now.
And miscommunication between Bassler and Plein, and it's 10-7. An ace for Grace Lidke. 10-7 lead, LCL. If you're the Spartans, you want to keep it here. You can't let it get any more than this. Otherwise, it's going to be tough to come back. Plein gets to it. Pino tries to get it off the net and just can't. Too hard off the arms of Plein off the serve. Lidke doing a good job at the service line. It's 11-7.
Right when we say something about them keeping it within touching distance, now it's a 4-point lead just like that. And if it just feels bigger against Lake Country Lutheran than it did it this morning, even against Beaver Dam.
And a double hit on Seidlitz.
I was going to say, I thought she dug it out of the net and then she swung at it. So
11-8. I'll bring Bassler back to serve. That one deep. Hard time to get service errors Down 12-8 now. Pulvermacher will come back in and serve for LCL. Pulvermacher serving from left to right. Pino sets. A little too close to the net. Tip shot from Morgan ain't going to go. It ain't going to matter. It's 13-9. Just a little bit too close to the net on that set from Gabby Pino. We've seen that a couple times from whether it was her or Gable today.
And it's unusual because we're just not accustomed to seeing that.
Finley Morgan with a big swing and finds that back left corner. It's 13-9.
Because that's what happens when you when you put it on her in a good spot.
That'll send Gable back to the line for the Spartans, down 4 here in set 2, needing this one to force a set 3. Off the hands of Marigold. Knocked over and finds a hold as Grace Lidke. Nobody in the middle of the defense and it falls to the floor. It's 14-9. Adeline Catlin checks back in. Marigold goes back to serve. Bassler gets to it and going to fall to the floor. Nobody going to get there in time between Plime and Gable, and they will call a timeout. It's probably needed. Down 6. Spartans down 6 in set 2, and they need it. 15-9 lead LCL. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verhang's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhagsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhag's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams to the pit. Marigold retains serve, 15-9 lead for LCL. Gable to set into the middle to Finley Morgan. Tip shot and wide open to the floor. Kind of hitting herself a little bit was Brielle Herman, wondering why she didn't dive for that. But much needed side out for the Spartans. 15-10 and Scarlett Nitz will go back to serve. And a rare error from Scarlett Nitz rips it into the net. Plime will check right back in at 16-10. Bryn Catlin will come in to serve for Lake Country Lutheran. 16-10 lead in set 2. Catlin serves to the libero Bassler. Gable gets it off the net. McCauley goes cross court on a tip shot. Catlin gets it in the middle off the arms of Kendall Plime, and continuing her strong match here is Adeline Catlin. I'd say in terms of statistics, she's as advertised.
I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, Laconia has run into a couple of buzzsaws here with what Catlin's done, and Donaldson earlier this morning as well. But that's what you get. You get good teams have good players. That's how it goes.
It is how it works. I'm just more, for me, it was amazing for LCL. They roll it deep in their bench, and they don't lose anything.
No drop off.
It's crazy.
It's impressive if you can get a group together like this when everyone believes in their role for the team.
She'll get a shot on the outside, rip it through the block. Will Adeline Catlin once again. Roddy couldn't get her hands on fully. It's 18-11.
The only teams ranked ahead of them, Living Word Lutheran and Whitefish Bay Dominican, the only 2 teams ranked ahead of Lake Country Lutheran in Division III.
And 2 general powerhouses in all Division III sports.
Correct.
Kept alive.
You could throw Lake Country Lutheran in there and just say all 3, you know?
100%. When we were talking about it before, that's what I was going to mention. I said, I swear I see Lake Country Lutheran in the top of standings. It doesn't matter what sport. Every sport.
It does not. Stanley Boyne, Stratford, Grantsburg, Luther Prep, Mineral Point, Barron, and Fall Creek. That's your top 10 in Division III.
What a kill from Catlin. Sent it right down on the overpass. It's 20-11, and Coach Caitlin Weiss will take the timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Skripchak serving for LCL. They need 5 to win this match. Lidke sets cross court to Aaron Booth with a big swing. 21-11.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. I mean, this was Laconia was right in it up until, I mean, it was 10, 9-8 or whatever it was. Early in this set, they were right with them, and then. Since then, it's just been all gas, no brakes for Lake Country Lutheran.
Lidke to set in the middle. Adeline Catlin off the block. Goes cross court to Booth this time. She'll go high and over the block. McCauley will get a swing, and that one dives its way down. It's 21-12. Good swing from McCauley.
Sure was.
Just haven't really been able to get her going.
Yeah, it's just that first pass has given Laconia some fits and has limited the options of what their setter then can do.
Catlin goes into the net, 21-13 now.
That seemed impossible for her. I mean, with how she's been swinging.
Talked about Donaldson not making any errors. She hasn't been making any errors either. They get a cross-court set to Booth, and that one goes down the line and out of bounds. 21-14. Spartans need a big run here with Pino at the line and really can't give anything up. They pretty much got to get them all with her at the line.
Yeah, she was there when they made the big comeback against Springs, so we'll see. She's got it in her.
Catlin with the tip and gets it to go. Miscommunication between Bassler and Plime, 22-14.
Yeah, it takes a pretty good tip to fool Josie Bassler, and that time she just missed time to jump a little bit, and it went over the outstretched arm.
Catlin will go back to serve, giving a loop-de-loop and pull right now to tie her shoes. You'll be teaching that pretty soon, probably.
That's for sure. We'll clip that out of the Jeff's live streams when we start tying shoelaces at home, and we'll let.
I don't think I can sing the song. The loop-de-loop and pull.
We'll let Justin from Jeff's live streams teach the kids how to tie their shoes.
I tried to with my niece, but she's got all she wears is Crocs, so it don't help.
Well,
22-16, a 6-point set here.
Till my kids are out of the house, they won't own any Crocs. I'll tell you that much. That's just a personal thing for me.
What's wrong with Crocs? I mean, they even have adventure mode.
4-wheel drive?
Yep, 4-wheel drive.
Laconia needs to kick it in 4-wheel drive here.
And they're starting to a little bit. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point set.
You know, it was 21-10, so they've gone on a nice little run here. And with Kensley McCauley, hey, look, they're back within 5. And don't look now.
Yeah, almost an overpass, and they're back within 4.
Yeah, it's almost in the gym. It still feels like a blowout. Like really, like Laconia, it doesn't feel like they're 4 points away and make it 3 potentially.
They're gonna get this one over, but it's a free ball. Pino to set, cross court, Plime gets it through, but not down. Lidke will roll it over. Gable will go cross court. It'll be Lidke to Marigold to Aaron Booth. Booth goes off the top of the block and gets a touch. It's 23-18.
Yeah, that was. I mean, against 95% of the teams that you're going to play, that's an ace.
Yep.
But the athleticism of the back row defensively for Lake Country Lutheran keeps that alive, and somehow they win the point.
Back row swing from McCauley, a good one, dug up by Lidke. Skripchak from the 10-foot line, and it was hammered. Ball bouncing around. They're not going to find it. It's 24-18.
Yeah, that is not the hometown bounce there. Holy smokes, they had 3 players underneath it.
I think
it
hit
caroms off the skybox up there, and
I think it hit every part of the rafters that
goodness.
was moving around. So match point here for Lake Country Lutheran. And Plime will get it at the 10-foot line and just knock it over. Up to Aaron Booth. Booth off the tape, keeps it alive. Plime will get it over. Lidke in the middle. And Seidlitz sails that one out of bounds. It's 24-19.
She was taking no prisoners with that swing. Hammered it and just could not get the fingers on top of it, but that she hit that with some force.
Bassler back to serve. No errors coming here for the Spartans. Skripchak will just get it over deep. McCauley to Pino. Pino in the middle to Finley Morgan. Tip shot knocked down by Seidlitz. They keep it up and keep it alive.
Good hustle there.
And crosscourt goes to Aaron Booth into the block. LCL wins the set 2 and the match. They win that one 25-19.
A lot to like in that second set, the response from Laconia.
The finish is what I would say a lot to like. The start of it, they battled.
Yep.
Kind of middle of the set, they had as they talked about, Coach Weiss hasn't talked about it this year, but last year she talks about that Laconia lull all the time.
Yep.
And she kept bringing it up and bringing it up.
Yep.
I think I've seen it more today than I've ever seen it.
Yeah, and it's probably exposed more by good competition, right? But the way they finished that out to go on essentially what ended up being like a 9-3-ish run, 10-3-ish run, close to, against a really good Lake Country Lutheran team. You can take some of that and build on it moving forward. You didn't have a second, because we were trending there towards a second 25-13 set, which is what we saw in set number 1. So to be able to respond, bounce back, and at least make it interesting there at the end, there's some things to build on there for Laconia.
So Laconia falls to 1-2 today. We're going to step aside. We're going to have a little bit of a nice break here we got coming. We'll be back with Green Bay New Lutheran and Laconia after this. A little bit of a probably 45-minute to 50-minute break we'll have here. Get a coffee in us and maybe a little bit of snack, which would be nice. We'll be back on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams after this.